Hi students, welcome to the session on energy and power signals. Right, this concept is very important and a lot of questions will be asked from this area. So let us spend more time on this. Okay, so let us see what is the energy signal and power signal. Let us consider V of t be the voltage across a resistor, right? So voltage across resistor R. Okay, I of t be the current across the resistor R, right? So the instantaneous power dissipated is given by, if I know V and I can find power dissipation. So instantaneous power dissipation is given by P of t. P, we know P of t is equal to V into I. So V of t into I of t. Right? What is instantaneous power dissipated at particular instant, right? Not total. So what we are going to do, we know V of t, I can write V of t as V of t, I of t I can write as V of t by R, or I of t I keep as it is, I can write V of t is I of t into R. Okay, so what I get is instantaneous power is given by V squared of t by R, or I squared of t by into R, I squared of t into R. Right, that's what my P of t. Power, instantaneous power at particular instant. Suppose if R is equal to 1, what will happen? P of t is equal to V squared of t or I squared of t. So for voltage signal, if my signal is voltage, I can find power dissipation at particular instant is given by voltage square. If my signal is current signal, the power dissipation may be current square. If I don't know nature of the signal, what it will be, simply I say x, so it is x squared of t, instantaneous power dissipation, right? So this concept only we are going to define energy and power signal. So in our subject we are going to bother about general signal. We are not to be specific about, we are not specific on signal or nature of the signal. That is, we don't deal with energy signal, voltage signal or current signal. Generally, we are going to talk in our subject. So in general, I am not bothering about V or I put X. That X may be V, that X may be I, that X may be anything, right? Even temperature, anything it may be. So P of t is equal to X squared of t. This is power, instantaneous power. Okay. So if I want to get total power or total energy, what can I do? I have to integrate over the full interval, right? So it is limit t tends to infinity minus t2, integral varies from minus t2 plus t, right? X squared of t dt. Fine. So similarly, this is what energy of the signal is given, right? So in unit joules. Right? Similarly, power is given by, power is a average of energy. So I can say limit t tends to infinity minus t2 plus t, average is 1 by 2t. See, energy is average power. Average means sum by total. This is what our sum, right? Total time period is 2t. So it is 1 by 2t, limit t tends to infinity, integral minus t2 plus t x squared of t dt, right? So this is what watts. Okay, so you put a modulus, we bother about magnitude. So square will create magnitude, square it is positive number, so we put mod x squared of t. So what will happen? The energy equation is given by limit t tends to infinity minus t2 plus t mod x of t whole square dt in joules. This is what energy of the signal. Similarly, power is given by limit t tends to infinity 1 by 2t, that is equal to minus t2 plus t x of t whole square dt watts. The reason power is the average of energy. Total time period is to sum by total, right? So E by 2t, E by 2t is given by this one. This is what power, right? This is for continuous time signal, right? Similarly, we can write this for discrete time signal, right? For discrete time signal, E is given by, see, wherever we find t in discrete time, we use n. So, what is n? Limit n tends to infinity. Integral will become summation in discrete. So, n goes to minus n to plus n mod x of n whole square, right? Otherwise, you can write this as summation limit n goes to minus infinity. N is minus infinity to plus infinity mod x of n whole square joules. Fine. Similarly, you see what is power. Power follow the same principle. Limit t becomes n tends to infinity. 1 by, here I write 2n plus 1. Here 2t, here I write 2n plus 1. Why I write that? Let me explain later. So n goes to minus infinity, minus n to plus n mod x of n whole square watts. Okay. Here you see why I write 2n plus 1. E, I told E is P is equal to E by total time period. What is the total time period? What is the time interval between minus t to plus t? We know it is 2t. 0 to t, here 0 to minus t, total is 2t. But here you see n varies from minus n to plus n. So let us assume n is equal to minus 2. So minus 2, 1. N varies from minus, n is equal to 2 means minus 2 to plus 2. So 1, 0, 1, 2. Sorry. Minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2. That's what n is equal to 2 means. So n varies from minus 2 to plus 2. What is that? This is 2, this is 2 plus 1. So total 5, not 4. Where if t varies from like this, for example, t varies from 0 to 2, here minus 2 to plus 2. What is the total you will say? Total interval, here you will say it is 4. But here you won't say how many time instants are there. Here we are having 5 because we include 0 also. Here 5, but here you won't say 5. So I write again, this is 2, this is minus 2. What is the length? Suppose it is t. What is the t range? What is the total interval? You say t is equal to 4. Minus 2, 2 plus 2, 4. Right? So here for the same thing, if I take samples minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2. How many samples you will say? You won't say it is 4 samples. You will say 5 samples. So what is the thing? This is n, this is another n, 2n. N is equal to 2, I have taken. So 2n, 4, this 1 is extra, that 0 must be included. That's what this n plus 1, right? So this is very important. You must understand why I added plus 1, not simply 1 by 2. Other reasons are same only. So that is the thing. So power of the discrete time signal is given by this equation. Okay. So now we define, so this is the expression to find the energy and power, but we can define in a different way also. A signal is called the energy signal if it has finite energy, right, and zero power. Finite energy means energy varies from 0 and it must be less than infinity. That is, E is finite. What is finite? Something which is not infinity. That I don't put equal here. Equal means it will become infinite. So less than infinity means it is finite. So energy is finite, power is equal to 0. So you can find energy and power from these expressions. So if energy is finite and power is 0, then we can call that signal as energy signal. Similarly, what is power signal? Power signal is one whose power is finite. That is, power is not infinity. So power is finite and energy is equal to 0. Sorry, energy is equal to infinity, right? That's what we call the signal is power signal. You see, when energy is finite, what will happen to power? You see, in both the discrete and continuous equation, this is what energy, right? Sorry, this is what our energy. Okay, simply you see when energy is finite, right? This is what energy. When this quantity is finite, you see this is what our energy. When this quantity is finite, when t tends to infinity in power, finite by infinity, the power will be always 0. So for energy signal, power must be 0, right? So what is the thing? So then for power signal, energy is infinity, right? So if it is power signal, you see power signal means how can I relate energy? Energy is equal to power into time. When time tends to infinity, what will happen to power even though it is finite? Finite into infinite times, if you add finite quantity, it will become infinity. So for power signal, energy is infinity. For energy signal, power is 0, right? So energy at particular, so that's what this happens, right? So that is very, very important point, right? So by using this concept, we can check whether a given signal is energy signal or power signal. Okay. So that's all about this session. If you have any doubt, please ask me in comment section. I will clarify. Thank you.